Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Willingham. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Florida's offense takes the field to start this game off. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect.
He's going to take a shot right away. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out and they'll have the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
And sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Karapateas. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Vega. They get him down after he makes the catch. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand. Listen.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's forced out of bounds.
Now on first down from the 28.
That's a first down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense has a second down play. They'll try the run. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the gun on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
We just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Back to throw, it's Westbrook. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way to get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Scanning the field, it's Westbrook. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll bring it back. It's Karapateas. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too.
Time to take a shot. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And that's good enough for a first down.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Gators in the hurry up. To the ground with the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. And the defense got it. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, NC State. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And I love the way they bring on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and I'll tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This game might be out of reach by now, Jesse, if not for the benevolence of these guys.
I tell you, I give them credit offensively because they've been aggressive. They just haven't always been calculated, David. They've been way too cavalier with the football.
Aggressive and reckless. Like, there's a difference between the two. They've had some success and they've been good, but make sure that my bad isn't turning the football over and giving the defense easy opportunities to score.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Quarterback checking the play. Going up top on first down. He lets it fly. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Montana State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick strike complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Trying play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, and their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Caught over the middle. It's Willingham. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Gators want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. The completion well past the sticks. At the 45, on his way. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. He's looking to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Back to the air one more time. He's not afraid to go deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
He's got an open man. Bringing the heat. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup, found a little something on this drive, see if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Karapateas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it on the left. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Westbrook. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Handoff to the lone back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Karapateas. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They're trying to get to it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Willingham. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass. Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh.
They're lining up to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across. Steps out at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game.
And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Gator! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Karapateas. He's got great speed. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Before, you should have ran a better route.
They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Bryant. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
1st down for the offense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gators will hustle to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Now on the move. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
To the air, it's Westbrook. Gets it out fast. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Bringing it back, it's Karapateas. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Gators will keep this drive going.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with the double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Looking downfield, it's Westbrook. He's got him this time. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. A strike downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
And he added the extra point. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Well, they decide to go onside kick, and how about the effort by the kicking team, able to dive on that ball and keep possession?
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leader.
And And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Now, when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Makes the catch. It's Fowler. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll keep it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll ride his man on the option. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming in the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack.
And the pass is intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Grabbed over the middle, it's Vega. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.